Hey there, Lepta here, and welcome back to our hardcore survival world. For today's video, we're going to be working on our base. Now, at the moment, it's supposed to be a wizard tower, and I'll be honest, it really does not look like either, and that's a bit of a problem. That is a big problem right there. So today, I want to focus on making it taller, putting some basements down, and just overall having like specific rooms, like an enchantment table room, potion room, storage room, stuff like that. And I think the first thing we're going to be doing is fixing this little like hole back here. There's a creeper. Hey, creeper. Fixing this hole back here, patch it up, make it look a bit more actually like a mountain, so that way it's not just a house hanging off of the side of the cliff here, because that is a bit of an eyesore in my opinion. Like, if you look at this, it's not really that good looking right here. So we're gonna need a lot of stone, need a lot of dirt, and yeah. Now, the other thing that I want to work on in this episode is probably focus on some enchantments, because we got nothing for our armor, nothing for our pickaxe, and yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. So I'll probably be focusing on that first, to be honest, is getting some enchantments up, get some like protection, fortune. We already got a mending guy, I remember that much. But yeah, and we should probably not get sniped. Holy, oh, okay. We're gonna pull this guy out and just try not to get shot some more. I thought, oh my god, we need to really just repurpose this whole tire down section here. I'm just dropping to the bottom here. Nope, not gonna deal with that. And yeah, I guess our second thing is focusing on that, because what on earth was all of that? Holy, that was way too many mobs. I need to make this a lot better as well for the waterfall. So we'll be mainly focusing on our base and enchantments this video. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be doing is getting a bunch of farmer villagers up and going, so that way we can start working on training some crops for emeralds, because that will be very useful for when we do get some librarians. We can get a lot of emeralds pretty easily there, as well as the fact that we can use them to breed more villagers. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the first thing we do is pretty much get rid of this whole entire village and start working on a trading hall. So revamp this into areas where the villagers are going to be, where they're just stuck inside their trading posts. So I'm going to start slowly removing everything here. Alright, that's one farmland done, a bunch of houses, and more farmland to go. Okay, there we go. We have pretty much taken care of every single house besides the little like shopping stalls here. I'm actually gonna kill the iron golem here, so that way we can get the iron to break the wool a bit faster. I'm gonna leave him a bit further away from there, and I think we should be good right here. Come on, buddy. Bam, bam, and a few more swings. There we go. Okay, now we can break the last little bit of stuff that we need to. So got some shears. I forgot about this farm right here, but we're gonna break all the wool, get some of these villagers into a box. Well, a couple boxes here and there. I'll probably focus on having majority of the villagers locked up. I have one guy right over there who was originally the mending guy, but I kind of messed up and forgot we never set him to be the mending guy, so I have to redo that whole entire process now. But yeah, we'll put majority of the villagers inside a box, have them start doing the trading stuff. Obviously, most of them will be farmers, like I said earlier. And we'll leave 2 villagers inside a separate box, probably over there. Try to have them start making more children, build a bunch of beds, that sort of stuff. Okay, there we go. Now, now we're completely done with all of the buildings, farmlands, that sort of stuff. So let's get started on moving all the villagers into some houses here. Gonna start expanding this little section right over here. Okay, I seem to have misplaced my minecart and railings. I think I left that back at home. Give me one quick second. Yep, here it is, my rails and my minecart. Let me also grab my bucket of water. All right, gonna expand this out a little bit on the sides here. How many villagers do we have? Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have 7 villagers walking around. How many rooms did I just build? Because we need to have 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one right here. Now we do have a horde of villagers right here. Let me actually trap them while they're all kind of like piling around here. So that way we can get this nice and good. We'll build a wall right here so that we can still access this chest. But we're gonna do this so that way they don't escape during the daytime. And let's get some torches up and going here so that way zombies do not spawn or come near. All right, there we go. Let me do a little bit of parkour here. I'm gonna try to place a block back here. And bam. Now we can easily get in and out. Do we have glass? We should probably smelt some glass, to be honest, because we need to have it where the villagers do not hurt themselves as they're leaving the area here. I need a piece of sand, so that way we can get that glass block up and going. And just to use some of the oak stairs, because I really don't think I'm going to be using that anytime soon. All right, we got our first villager right here. It's the librarian, which is actually pretty good. It's probably going to be a minute before we transport all of these guys, but that is the slow and steady life right there. All right, now we can start working on getting a mending villager up and going, so this will probably take a bit longer than actually tearing down this whole entire village. Because so far, he has not given me a single book to read here. Look at this, just bookshelves and an emerald. That's it. That's all I've been receiving from him. Oh, now we got some piercing 3. God, you're horrible. You're horrible. I hope you know that. Ah, there we go. We got mending. I did accidentally hit him, so it's going to be 41 emeralds in the book. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. We're going to be having a lot of villagers up and going here for the, what do you say? For the trades. So I'm going to try to get that minecart back. How do we get that back? Can I just... Okay, I may have to break in a little bit to the back here and just sneak on in. There we go. We do have some iron left over. I'm going to try to make some more rails here, make it a little bit easier on myself. All right, time to get the next guy out. So, who wants to go in? Oh, you want to go in, sir? Perfect. All right, let's try to push some of these villagers out of the way. And once more, you go on. All right, bud, you're almost into your new home here. Let me just place the last few rails just to make it a little nicer for you. And there we go. Now, what should we go for this time? I think we could try to go for like efficiency or mending, or not mending, fortune. Wow, I had this guy on my mind here. Or protection. Protection 4 would be also a baller thing to have here. Ooh, sharpness 5. Ooh, that's really good, but we really need something else. Ooh, a better mending? Ugh, I gotta take that. 10 emeralds for mending. Okay, yeah. You are gonna have to be changed. Let me grab some slabs so he does not run away and we can still try to trade with him. Ah, okay, we got fortune 3. Perfect. Okay, now we can continue grabbing some more guys and then finish it off with some farmers. I forgot to bring the minecart. All right, this is going to be our last villager that we're bringing to the little trading hall there because of the fact that I miscounted and thought we had 1 extra, when in reality, this is actually the last guy right here that we're bringing. All right, I'm trying to have this guy trade carrots because the other guys trade potatoes and wheat. Well, this guy trades potatoes and emeralds. This guy trades potatoes and wheat. So I'm trying to have a carrot guy, so that way we're not just growing, there we go, only like 2 crops there. But all right, now all we need to do is get a farm up and going, start breeding the other villagers over there, place like a bunch of beds outside and whatnot, and yeah. And then from there, we can start working on getting some enchantments on our gear. So I'm going to place a lot of beds outside of here, just so that way we can start having the villagers spawn properly. So here's my plan. I'm going to be making one of them giant farms where you use a dispenser and a water bucket to dispense water down, and it pushes like all the crops down to some hoppers, and all you have to do is just replant them, so that way I don't have to manually break it. So I'm going to be getting a few stacks of dirt here. Actually, let me check to see if there's any dirt in our chest back at base, so that we can make this a lot simpler on ourselves. So I think what I'm going to do is build about 3 stacks worth per crop. So 3 things of wheat, 3 things of potatoes, 3 things of carrots, and 3 things of beetroot. So that should be about, if my math serves me correct, 12 stacks of dirt we need. And if that's the case, then this might take a hot second to gather all the dirt we need. Thankfully, we have broke a lot already. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 stacks of dirt, 8, and a little bit extra. So it's not going to take as long as I thought. Thankfully that I dug out this whole entire mountain beforehand. Oh, I just realized we're probably going to need a lot of string in order to get a bunch of dispensers because they require bows. So I'll probably have to, just for a time being, manually break the crops here. But that should be alright. That should be alright. I'm not too worried about that. All right, there we go. We got all the dirt we need. Let me go clean up my inventory real quick, and we'll build the farm probably like over there, to be honest. Make it a bit simpler on ourselves as far as having it nearby. Let me also grab, let's see, we got our wheat seeds here. I'm gonna deposit our sand. Should probably grab all the cobblestone, beetroot, and carrots. And we do got potatoes. Perfect. I was like, hang on, do we have potatoes or do we not have potatoes? Some more beetroot. Again, I just hate beetroot because it's so useless in my opinion. Like, I don't ever use it for even like this beetroot stews or anything. All right, there we go. We are almost 100% completed with the farm here. I built this little like bridgeway here, so that way when we get the pistons up and going, we can just climb up here, flick a lever, watch all the crops float all the way down here, and then we can just pick them up. We'll replace it with hoppers in the future, but for now, we'll have to manually pick it up. But we'll pick it up, grab all the loot, plant all the plants back in, and then whatever we have left over, either use it as food, breed the villagers, or, the most important thing, do some trading. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I am really upset right now. I have lost 2 hours of recorded footage because my external hard drive decided to go kaput. Now, thankfully, I have the flashback mod, so I can go back through and show you guys what I've worked on for the past 2 hours, but unfortunately, it will not be in my live reaction. I have also re-recorded this part so many times because of the fact that I did not realize my hard drive was broken until recently. So hopefully you guys are seeing this, because if not, I am ready to throw my PC out the window. But without further ado, let me explain what we did for the past 2 hours now. So, to start things off, we were doing our normal trading routes with the villagers, getting a bunch of emeralds and using that to get some fortune and mending books, which actually wasn't that bad. It was barely an inconvenience for the time spent for that. Now, before we slapped the enchantments onto our pickaxe, we went to that ruined nether portal that we found last episode to get a bunch of obsidian, so that way we could make an enchantment table and also have some obsidian left over for when we're ready to go to the nether and just have it right next to our base, you know? So from there, we were able to get a fully powered enchantment table and get ourselves a efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3 pickaxe, which is pretty darn good in my opinion. I kind of wish we had a little more, but that's alright. So from there, I put fortune 3 and mending on our pickaxe and started working on repairing it. Now the methods that I used to repair it was mainly by doing some trading, breeding the cows, and fishing. However, whilst we were fishing, we were then attacked by a drown, holding a trident, riding a zombie nautilus, which is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, and also one of the rarest creatures we could get, so I knew I had to try to kill it. Now I gotta be honest with you guys, it took me a second to kill the drown because it kept on throwing that trident like a machine gun, so I had to be careful not to kill the nautilus and just try not to die myself. But eventually we were able to kill it and tame the nautilus. But yeah, that was pretty much the major highlights of the past 2 hours. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but we were mainly waiting on the crops to grow, so I wasn't worried too much about the time spent on just waiting for that. But yeah, we're going to continue working on getting our pickaxe fully repaired and getting our shovel enchanted. I'm hoping for efficiency 5, or at least efficiency 4, which looks like we got that for our next level, so we just need to make it to level 30, so I will catch you guys when we are at level 30. Alright, we are so close to being level 30. We just need to kill one more guy, which you look like a perfect candidate for this situation that we have. There we go, level 30, and might as well kill the spider because he is about to kill me. There we go, we got some more string. How much string did we get? 8 string, perfect, because I really want to make a bunch more of fishing rods and bows. Bows for the dispensers, obviously. Alright, I'm gonna go take a quick snooze and do some enchanting in the morning. Let me kind of combine my carrots here. Alright, I need some lapis. I need to get some lapis in order to enchant real quick. Alright, here we go, guys. Put out the fields, put out the fields, put out the fields! Come on! Unbreaking 3, alright. I was hoping for either Silk Touch or Fortune, more so Silk Touch, because I really love to collect all the grass that I can, but you know what? That is not bad. Now, we can easily terraform our mountain abode here. So let me clean up my inventory real quick, and then we'll start from the top, because I feel like that would be the best way to do it, since we had that little pocket stairwell here. And we do have a couple bows that we got from some skeletons. That's actually perfect. If we get a lot more, we could easily get the dispensers up and going. Oop, we got a skeleton here. What are you doing, bud? What are you doing? All right, here we are. Time to kind of start a little bit of terraforming. I need to patch up some of these holes that the creepers left behind. I also need to find out where they're spawning from, because there was like a crap ton that kept on spawning for a while. I think they came from down here and made their way up. Yeah, there's a skeleton down here. 2 skeletons, actually. So we gotta take care of them. But I'm gonna go back upwards first, and then get started with the terraforming. Alright, so we got a pretty good idea of how we want to have our staircase here. Let me show you guys real quick. So we just go down this little makeshift path right here. Be careful not to go to the right. I'll probably modify this to be something else. I don't know what just yet, but we'll figure something out. And then we just keep on going down right here, and it just continues on a little spiral. I'll fix it so that way it has like slabs to run upwards on, and kind of remove some of these stone blocks so we're not hitting our heads, and make it a little bit easier to just jump up and down with. But we keep on going down through here. We'll see the little river here. I want to build stuff like on that side of the world here, because I think it would be really cool having like pretty decent builds, like pixel art or maybe some cool buildings, stuff like that. Now, there is like a little cave or something in here, because I hear like zombies and spiders, so we have to kind of clean that up, but that'll be a little bit later as well. So we keep on making our way down here, and we go to this little makeshift waterfall that we see right here that we made earlier. And right next to it is this tunnel that I have. And we go through here, and I'll have it be where it's like a nice proper like bridge leading straight into here, just to make it a little bit easier on ourselves, not to have to go all the way down through here, and make it a little nice. You know, we can make some nice work with that. But yeah, with that, I'm going to continue working on the pathway here, make it a bit nicer, probably give some more greenery here, so that way it's not just all stone. So I'll probably bring some of this upwards here. We do need to find a Silk Touch book or something like that, so that way we can have the most amount of grass we can here. Ah, there they are. They're right down here for all the zombies and whatnot. Ooh, some creepers too. We gotta be careful with that. Can we go block down? Does not exactly look like it, at least from here. We can go down here. Ooh, a couple more zombies are around here. I'm gonna have to be careful with that. Hey, creeper. Please don't blow up. Alright, we got the creeper, one of the zombies. Let's take care of the other two. Perfect. And then, oh, wait, there's a little entranceway here. Wow, I could have made this a lot easier on myself. Well, you know, you live and learn, live and learn. There's the zombie. There's our spider. Gotta take care of him real quick. And then that should be that as far as all the tomfoolery goes. All right, here we are, a finished mountain stairwell. So my goal is to have it where the tower continues down through the mountain itself. So we'll have this kind of like connect to a room within the mountain so that we can go up and down. But this is where the original staircase that we had that had the water on the side here was flowing down from. I removed that completely. You can see, you know, the upstairs area here. But right here is basically the trail we have. So it's nothing too special. I think it looks pretty decent in my opinion. I plan to make this into something because I like the archway it made. I'm just gonna have to kind of work on how I want this to look like, and I'm gonna have like a couple branches here and there where it leads to different areas, but for the most part, this is what we got. So we just walk all the way down here. We got another branchway here. This, I need to figure out what to do as well, because I don't want it to be like covered up exactly. I might make this maybe the nether area. I'm not certain. But as we continue down, you'll see it goes into the cavern layer here, which I actually need to kind of light this up and patch up. So I'll fix that a bit later. But we continue downwards, and it's just nothing too special. You know, it's just a simple trail, but I think it looks pretty decent in my opinion. And I try to make it as best as I can to be like stupid proof as much as possible, because I really don't want to like look away and then accidentally just run off the edge and kill myself. So it seems to work out pretty well here. And then you go through this tunnel, and I'll have it be a bridge here leading to the other side here to that village that we have. And yeah, oh hey, an Enderman so far away there is carrying a grass block. I kind of want it, but I'm not going to look at it in its beautiful eyes. So we're going to go back up top and sleep through the night and work on the wizard tower. I think what I'm going to try to go for first is get efficiency on my diamond axe, which I think I left back at the village area. But I'm going to try to get efficiency on my axe so that way I can chop down wood a lot faster here to kind of just remodel everything and then go on from there. Okay, I just saw something in the water whilst getting some more crops for the trading here. We got ourselves another nautilus. Let's see if we can tame him. There we go. Can we breed them? Okay, that's one. That's two. And then do you guys make a baby? Maybe not? I'm not seeing... Yeah, I guess they don't make a baby. Huh. Alright, we made it to level 30. We got him breaking 3. Put out the fields, put out the fields. And... Ooh, that is a really good axe right there. That is a really good axe. I am not complaining whatsoever. I'm gonna go sleep right here, throw some food at the villagers, and start tearing down a lot of stuff. Here you go, villagers. Here's your daily food of the day. You do whatever with it. I'm gonna be right back. All right, there we are. Our wizard tower is complete, and I think it looks pretty darn good. I will say the roof is a bit weird. I think it's more so like the shape and the fact that it's a stone brick texture is throwing it off a little bit. I might try, I think a blue would look nice. Get some forest logs from the warp forest logs from the nether. I think that'll look very, very good. But yeah, let me show you guys a quick tour. So right here, we have the front door. I might need to place a few more torches around here just to be safe from the creepers. Give me a second. But yeah, right here's the front door. We have our little main area here. I'll try to have this go downstairs so that way we can easily get up and down our little wizard tower here. We then have this next area up here. I kind of ran past it. Where it's like a little lookout tower, you know, you get to go up here, look out and see, oh man, there's my beautiful village. There's my somewhat renovated farm. And just overall, I want to try to like expand and create very cool builds around here. And yeah, and you can still see a good portion of everywhere else. Still need to work on the actual terrain around the base here. But yeah. And then right up here is our little bedroom area. I'm planning on having something on each of these cobblestone spots, so that way it doesn't look too weird in my opinion. So we'll probably place some more stuff where it's like bookshelves, place some things where it's like a little table, like right here, boom. And let's see, I don't exactly have anything useful for that. Or no, wait, yes I do. Bam. There we go, we got ourselves a little table here. But yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty good looking design. I want to change a few things here and there in the future, make it where it's like mossy cobblestone a little bit with the walling and the stairs here, just to make it look a bit more worn out, weathered, that sort of stuff. Let's see, do we have any glass panes left over? We got some glass and glass panes. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go quickly place some windows down and then start working on the terrain in the downstairs area. All right, look at that. We have finished our mountainside here. I will need to work on the inside, because unfortunately it's just the outside that I worked on. But that's a task for another day, because that took a lot of resources. But yeah, let me show you guys what I got going on here. I got a lovely little fence set up here. I do need to extend it just by a teensy bit, but I ran out of wood. Actually, I do have more wood in my inventory now, so let me quickly work on that. Boom, there we go. That looks a lot better in my opinion. But yeah, so we got this lovely little staircase area. So we kind of go up and down through here. So we can climb up through this direction. And we can go down the stairs here to this little median area. And then what I'm thinking for this median area here, I'll place some like flowers and whatnot. And then for like very loyal supporters of the channel, as a thank you, I'll place your usernames here. I think Stampy Longnose did something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, I think I might do something like that. Just post some signs that says thank you, because honestly, your guys' support means a lot to me. And then right here, we have our little walkway to go all the way down from the top of our mountain here. And I completely forgot to close this up, so let me do that. There we go. And yeah, for the most part, it's pretty simple, pretty much the same as I showed off last time. And then we go straight out through here, which I still need to work on a bridge, and apparently I'm being jumped outside. I guess let me take care of this real quick. Let me put out my golden carrot, so that way I'm not gonna die. And just take care of... Oh, that's a creeper. I gotta definitely run away now. Look at that. That is a lot of foes. 2 creepers, actually. Not just 1. 2 creepers. That's gonna blow up. Alright, that took care of the majority of the problem there. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is have a pond from the top area here that leads all the way down with a waterfall to here, and kind of fill this up as a little pond as well. And I do need to make a bridge from about here leading to the entranceway of the tunnel, just that way we can make it a bit easier to go to our villagers, because I have to kind of do this like weird parkour maneuver here, if I can actually do it properly. There we go. And just make my way all the way over here, and there's not really a good way up from this side. I have to like kind of take the long way here. I might need to just work on a little pathway using this right here. But yeah, so far we have completed a lot of good work in my opinion. I do need to get rid of that floating island. I think next steps will be terraforming the tippity top here for the land, make a nice little pond, maybe some hills, just certain sections like that. And then we'll probably try to also go to the nether, because I really want to try to get some of the blue logs as soon as possible. And also, you know, probably try to find a nether fortress and stuff like that. And just start progressing through the game here. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this video here. I am so sorry for how long it's taken to actually release. Unfortunately, I was out of state for a few days, and then I had to pretty much take care of a bunch of life problems here and there, and just hang out with my friends and family, because to me, they come first. So yeah, I do apologize for the delay in the video here. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying to continue to release more videos in a timely manner. And yeah, I think I'll do the last little bit of tidying up right now. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe. If you did enjoy it, I'll try to earn it some other time. And yeah, with that out of the way, this is gonna be Lupter Gaming, signing off. Bye-bye.